we want to give a shout out to Rane Carnegie. He was on News 95.7 yesterday, Halifax Mooseheads broadcast. He shouted out my name and High Button Sports on the radio with Gareth McDonald yesterday. Rane Carnegie, everybody loves Rane. If you're old enough to watch
Number
him
7,
play.
right?
Number 7.
That's right.
Captain. Well,
That's right.
co-captain
That's
with
right.
David Bryan. But Rane he billeted with me for his time here, and anyway, yeah, he shouted us out on the radio. So thanks, Rane.
Thank you, Rane.
Yeah.
One of my favorite
Rane.
Mooseheads moments when he went in on the breakaway against Quebec, took a slap shot on an empty net because Quebec pulled their goalie. All the Quebec guys jumped him, and it started a huge line brawl. That's when the Moosehead games are awesome. Yeah. He's definitely a fan favorite. Definitely a fan favorite.
Absolutely. Like I remember for the 15th anniversary, they had you get to pick your top 15 Moosehead players all time, and he was up there in voting, like top 15. He was up there with Voracek and a bunch of great players. And yeah, I mean, this is obviously biased. He was my favorite player. I mean, he lived with me, so obviously he's going to be my favorite player. But
such a different feel for the Moosehead games back then compared. Man,
I thought
there's a possibility of a guy getting his head just chopped
Kevin
off
Cormier
with a stick.
floating around out there. Cormier would he would get 5 minutes of ice. He'd go down. He'd trip over the blue line and fall. He would get up. The crowd would go crazy because he's getting up. He'd go dummy someone, and he'd call it night. I think he's an RCMP officer, isn't he?
Something like
that.
Oh, that's.
LaRocque's
brother.
Yeah. I could be wrong with that, but I think
I think somebody had said that because I hear all those stories. I'm fortunate enough to work with Sean McKenzie and Chris Donnelly, who was the head coach and assistant coach for Rane at the time and Cormier and all that. So I hear all those stories all the time, which is great. But
Rane's got a petition up right now to get his grandfather inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Okay, what is that?
Greatest player to never play in the NHL.
Yeah, Herb Carnegie.
Is that? Are you serious? Or the commercials on Sportsnet?
That's his grandfather, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, we got to do that, get that going.
So plug that right now.
Yeah, so change.org, that's where it's at. And I guess Jean Beliveau was a teammate of him at one point, and Jean said that he was one of the greatest players he's ever had the opportunity to play with.
Okay.
So that coming from Jean Beliveau, I heard Rane talking about that last night on the radio. So that's pretty cool. So you can sign that petition. And, they say he could have been the first black player in the NHL before Willie O'Ree if there wasn't, such issues with racism back then. So.
Wow.
Put him in the Hall of Fame. What are we doing?